Yo, what's going on, people?
Yo, good evening, world. Good evening, mob. Y'all coming in. Y'all coming in. Y'all get comfortable. Got the game on. We back at y'all with another episode of the Contrarian Sports Channel. Uh, G, how you feeling tonight, man? We had a
Man,
good morning. Making some
man,
other content. But how you feeling this morning? How you feeling tonight, man?
man, I'm feeling blessed, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling, I got air in my body, so I'm good money, man. Life is good. How you feeling? What's up? What's up with you?
Hey,
What's
that's
up?
what's up. Hey, it was a good day, man. Like I went outside, went for that walk, like I was telling y'all about. It was 67 out there, 67 outside
67.
today. Yep, almost felt like I was down south in Houston, man, for a second.
it couldn't have been that. It was 81 today. It's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
okay, okay.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why it be so hot, but I like it though, man. 81 felt good. Had the shorts on, walking Pendergrass. I was feeling good today, man. Feeling real good.
Man, my dumb ass went out there with a hoodie, thinking, "Oh, I'm be by the river, so it's gonna be a little breeze." Nope. I started sweating as soon as I got to the bridge, man. Like a
Oh
mile
no.
in, I'm sweating. Like, but I guess I need to sweat. I don't know, but overall, good day. Um, Not so good of a day for my light skinned nation, Golden State Warriors. We got our ass whipped by the Boston Celtics
That
earlier.
bad?
52 points, man.
Dang.
52 points. I'm talking about at halftime it was a 40-point lead, and we ain't come to play today,
Dang. Yeah,
They
that's
the
yeah.
light skins, they just came from the spa getting their facials and their pedicures and manicures, and they ain't want to touch the basketball today. They ain't want to shoot Steph Curry play like garbage. Nobody
the
wanted to
lights.
play defense.
I don't know what's wrong with Light Skin Nation now. I don't know what's wrong with them, bro. I
Hey,
don't
hey,
know
that was
what's
just a
up.
rocky road. We still in the playoff picture. Still long, a bit of a season to go, like 20 some more games. So we'll see. But it was so bad, man. I turned the game off in the first quarter, and I turned to like women's college basketball, and I think I watched
Oh,
DJ Kelly and North Carolina girls. They beat Duke, so that
how
made
they? It was all right game.
that it was a close game. It was a close game. AG, you should have watched it with me, man. It's
Oh,
crazy. Like one of the shorties from Duke, right? She had her hair like in a little afro puff or whatever, like a
uh-huh.
ponytail or whatever. But
A
then
little nappy.
she had no, not even nappy, but she was one of them like Brights, one of them mixed children. All the basketball players mixed now. But she had the ill lineup, bro. I'm talking about her shit looked 10 times better than mine ever did in my heyday. Like that shit was just the corners, the right angles, the 9-degree angles. That taper was mean around that afro puff, man. And then
Bro, listen.
it's funny they showed a preview or a review of the last time the two teams played, and she hit like a clutch three with these nigga braids and shit. I was like, all right, I see why she got a lineup, bro. You already know what's going on. You already know what's going
What's
on. But
that? So she got a strong hairline.
strong hair. I'm talking about, bro. I mean, my shit
Was
can't
it
compete.
painted though? Was it painted though?
No, I won't paint it. It look crisp. It look like whoever she go to know what they doing with them clippers, man. It want the Beijing and nothing like that. It want the Beijing.
Oh dang!
Yeah,
All right. I
different,
thought it was the
different.
Beijing on there. They getting real nice with this, painting and all that stuff. I
Yeah.
be like, bro, everybody doing it now. I go to the barber shop and he'll pull out the little small air gun. And
Hmm.
I say, hey, hold on, hey. I say, hey, don't do that. Don't. I'm
Yeah.
good, bro. Just keep my line up the way it is, man. They do that a lot here in Houston, bro. Only
Yeah.
got a haircut twice here because I don't trust. I don't trust barbers like that. But both time I went, it seemed like it was an art class rather than being a barber.
Yeah, man. I think that's what started killing my hairline, man. I let them do it one time, and and my hairline ain't been right since. That's why I grew my hair out, man. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Yeah, man, you gotta let that natural line come back.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like that Beijing kills your hair follicles and stuff. Just dries them out and a bunch
Yeah, I
of other
ain't with
stuff. It's
that.
not healthy for black hair.
Yeah, man, ain't
What
doing
the
that to
prices
me.
be looking like down there? They be trying to charge you
Yeah,
celebrity prices for a line, like a
bro,
hundred
no,
dollars
it
for a
is
lineup,
celebrity.
huh?
Nothing less than 45
For a lineup?
for a lineup, probably like 20 something.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
But
but for a full haircut, you ain't getting nothing below 45. I said, what
dang,
happened to the $10 and $20 haircuts?
hey,
Am I that old?
you said it early on the podcast, G. We getting like the women now, like prices. We paying the same price they pay for to get their wig smoked and shit, like
Bro,
for
that's
for a
crazy.
fucking
I'm
simple
not doing
haircut.
that.
I remember it used to be $12 to get your haircut when I was a kid. Like
What happened to that?
I don't know, bro. Like, especially here in like Richmond, we paying, they charging prices like you in a big city like Houston or Miami or LA. Like, I'm like, all right, you would come to my crib and cut my hair for that price? Like, come
Yeah,
on,
I
bro.
mean it's different. I pay 45, 50. You coming to the crib, I ain't got to go nowhere. That's less, my gas money and all that. I be like, man, you know what? I'll go in, cash app you or whatever, the 45, come through. But I'm driving you and you gonna give me the regular haircut that's been going on for years? Fuck, I
Yeah.
said, man,
And
I
then they
don't
expect a
know.
tip too. They expect a tip too.
Yeah, maybe I'm being cheap. Maybe I'm being cheap, but I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
I don't
it
know.
it
But
is.
man, what else is happening in the sports realm, man? What's going
Uh,
on, man?
we covered her last weekend, but shout out to Caitlin Clark just here in the clip here. She finally became the highest scoring NCAA basketball player ever, man or woman, breaking Pete
All
Maravich's
right.
record earlier today. Was a whole thing, celebrities and stuff at her game. Like they just riding the wave, just like they did with Dion. Like Travis Scott was there, State Farm guy was there. But congratulations to her. She performed, had another great performance, and now it's time for her to graduate and go on to the pros. But other than that, man, first topic I want to touch on, man, is these sportcasters.
Uh
These
oh.
sportcasters, it's starting to become more than just talking about sports now. It's almost like a reality TV show within networks of people going back and forth, you know, about each other's opinions and whatnot. So
It's
we know,
females, bunch of
yeah,
females.
very catty, very beta, if you
Later.
will. You know, and they talking shit as if they pull up on each other, they go throw their hands or not. But we know that's not the case.
They ain't
We
gonna do
know that's
nothing.
not the case. So maybe about a month ago, maybe right before the New Year's, it had been a beef brewing between Jason Whitlock and the ESPN's face Stephen A. Smith. You know,
Uh huh.
like I've been watching Stephen A. for a decade, and I when I first started watching him, I had stuff to look forward to when I got off because I used to get off work early. I used to work like overnight almost and get off early in the morning. That would be how I start my morning before I take my midday nap. But
Yeah.
Stephen A, the more popular he's gotten, the more he just seemed like he more of just catering, catering to a certain audience, catering to whatever the bosses want him to do. You know,
Okay.
he's he'll act like he'll stand on something, but then he's apologized many times. But and now he still carries that personality, like he just that dude, and like he don't back down or tell lies. And on the other hand, you have Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock is considered like the Uncle Ruckus of the sportcasting world. He has a rep.
What's an Uncle Ruckus?
Uncle Ruckus is like somebody that just hateful for no reason. Got to put his opinion on everything. Just always critiquing something, always critiquing players, and having a more of an emphatic take on things,
Well,
a more
so
explicit.
Uncle Ruckus is somebody that hate on people.
Pretty much hate on his own people. That's how he's perceived.
What?
I kind of like Jason Whitlock. I think he tells the truth about things, and I think
So how is he? Hold on. Then how is he talking junk if he's telling the truth? That don't make no sense.
people think he just be. I guess his colleagues and whatever think he just does too much, as far as his takes, just to get clicks and likes and whatnot, just to get popularity. But that's what they all do. I'm like, that's what y'all all do.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
what
right.
y'all all do. Y'all cater to your bosses. Y'all do what they tell you to do. They tell y'all come in black people. Y'all criticize them. Y'all all came at Kyrie the same way for not taking the jab. But if it's a white person, they ain't talked about who the point guard in OKC. He was on the video with that 16-year-old girl, and they ain't covered it. Josh Giddey. They have
Uh huh.
not said a word about that. But there are videos of him partying with the 16-year-old girl, and she came out her mouth and said they hooked up or whatever. And he's an NBA player. They have not covered that one bit. But
Dang.
because Kyrie wants to express his opinion on some things, Kyrie is a team problem and all this stuff, but he's still balling. He's still hooping.
Yeah, he that
It's,
dude.
yeah, they just make it's a lot more political now. I mean, but sports is always involved. Sports and politics have always mixed. But G, if you got any of the videos ready, let's dive into possibly why Stephen A has a problem with Mr. Jason Whitlock.
Oh man, yeah. 'Cause
Mind you,
it's getting
Jason
different.
Whitlock
I
used
ain't think he was gonna say that. I ain't think that.
Jason Whitlock used to be an employee at ESPN. You know, he used to be on all the shows just like anybody else, but for some reason he's been kind of blackballed now. A lot of sportcasters have come out saying they don't want to work with him or didn't ever want to work with him, and now he's kind of doing his own thing and it's having success. So shout out to Jason Whitlock. I personally like his content, man. I like him. I prefer him by himself. I like when these sportcasters kind of go into their own realm, like Shannon Sharp, when he can get away from the cable channels and make their own personal content. You know, we talked about it on FMF Friday about the next black billionaires are going to be content creators. You know,
They will be. Yep.
you see how Shannon Sharp blew up off that Cat Williams interview, man. Like the most watched interview on YouTube, period. So much so that Joe Rogan just had Cat Williams on a couple of days ago. He was like, "Nah, he's still in my all my motion," you know, because Joe Rogan used to have the highest viewed podcast episode, and Shannon just, you know, Michael Jordan Space Jammed him. So now he had to get Cat Williams on to try to get his sauce back, but it didn't. I don't think it was viewed as well. It's like once Cat Williams did that interview with Shannon Sharp, his interview with Joe Rogan wasn't as, you know, spicy. It wasn't as, you know, chatty
Or
patty. He was
pivotal, or like pivotal, or whatever it is. Like it won't like. I know what you mean.
Yeah, he already spilled the tea, so there was no tea left to spill. He was just his energy was lower on that podcast, and I think he did that intentionally because he probably knew Joe Rogan only asked him to be on there because he was competing with Shannon Sharp.
Well, I
But yeah, man.
mean, yeah. I mean, I can understand it honestly, but uh, I don't know. We'll watch it. We'll watch it, bro. Let
We'll
me go
watch
ahead
it.
and pull this. Let me go
We'll
ahead and
watch it.
pull this.
I have yet to watch the full interview. I only watched the clip, so I gotta really do my research on it to see to get the full picture. But it didn't seem like it was as provocative as his Club Shay Shay interview.
I can't get over his name.
Shay Shay.
That shit. It's just crazy to me.
Hey, there's a lot of stuff about Shannon too coming out, man. He you know, he's come out and said, you know, he hasn't come out and said whether he's gay or not, but he said everybody likes to start that rumor. But then, like he had a post today, you know, we put it in the FMF chat, but it's hard not to see things a certain way.
It's just something with him, bro.
He had on that bag you was talking about, the little seatbelt. What you call it?
You said the seatbelt. I call it the man purse.
The man purse. Yeah, he had one of them on. Had on the joggers, you know, and then he did this feminine ass wave to the lady as he was walking into Total Wine, Total Wine and whatnot. It was just weird, bro. It was just weird. We might cover that a little bit later too.
It's just too much for me right now. But let's go and hear what he
Tell them that once this same article in Deadspin came out, weeks later you wrote a lengthy apology to me in an email, begging me to forgive you, pointing out how you were betrayed by this particular writer, so you know how I must feel that you betrayed me. Did you tell the folks that, you bitch?
Oh,
Did you tell them?
not the
You
B word.
fat piece of shit. Did you
Holy
tell them
shit.
that? Got the names. Did you tell them that?
Hey, he called him a fat
Did you
piece
tell
of
them
shit.
how you stood outside
That
our
was it for the
Sunday
video,
state
bro.
begging me to talk to you?
That was it for that video.
Did you tell them that once this same article in
I can't hear you,
Deadspin
G.
came out, weeks later you wrote a lengthy apology to me
We'll hear it one more
email,
time.
Oh yeah.
begging me to forgive you, pointing out how you were betrayed by this particular writer, so you know how I must feel that you betrayed me. Did you tell the folks that, you bitch?
Go.
Did you tell them? You fat piece of shit.
Go.
Did you tell them that? Got the names. Did you tell them that?
What's, Hey, man, what's up with you, man? It's Sunday, man. What's wrong with you?
First take begging me to talk to you.
It's funny. Stephen A. said.
Did you tell them that once
Stephen
the
A.
same
said
article
that
in
he called his
Deadspin
pastor
came
before he
out,
did this episode and
weeks
apologized to
later
him in
you
advance
wrote
because
a
he knew he
lengthy
was gonna go off
apology
like
to me
this.
in an email,
Yeah, because that's crazy, man. What's wrong
begging
with you,
me
man?
to
It's Sunday
forgive
morning.
you,
It's Sunday night,
pointing
man.
out
It's
how
all
Hey,
you
man.
good.
were betrayed
Let's.
by
I
this
guess we
particular
gotta
writer, so
see.
you know how I must feel.
You
that
you silly.
betrayed me. Did you tell the folks that?
Yo, now,
You
all right.
bitch.
So now we got to hear what Jason and
Did
see
you
what he
tell
got to
him?
say.
Yeah,
You
there's
fat
a
piece of
there's a
shit.
trigger to why
Did you tell him
Stephen
that?
A. had
All
enough,
right.
Got the name.
and
All
we'll
right.
see what
Let's
that
see
is.
let's see what Jason got to say. Let's see what
Did you
Jason
tell
got to
him
say.
that?
It's crazy.
Stephen A. is saying that Winston-Salem State, at the end of their basketball season, when they're preparing for their conference tournament, and maybe trying to qualify for the Division II postseason tournament, that they play a game on Saturday. He wakes up the next morning, they're having a scrimmage that he arrives to late in the middle of, and Big House Gaines checks this 6'1", 150-pound guard from New York City who played a couple of months of high school basketball without acquiring any stats or anything, played a month or two of junior college basketball without acquiring any stats or anything. He shuts down a practice, checks Stephen A. Smith into the scrimmage, and then, according to Smith's account, he knocked down 17 straight shots in the scrimmage. And Big House Gaines offered him a full scholarship immediately after the practice. I'm reading this, and when I read it, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Stephen A. is saying that Winston-Salem State, at the end of their basketball season, when they're preparing for their conference tournament, and maybe trying to qualify for the Division II postseason tournament, that they play a game on Saturday. He wakes up the next morning, they're having a scrimmage that he arrives to late in the middle of, and Big House Gaines checks this
That's the video, bro. That's the
6'1",
video.
150-pound guard from New York.
So pretty much, Stephen A. He had already had a bit of a beef with Jason Whitlock over other smaller stuff, but it wasn't to the point where he felt like he needed to address it. But when Jason Whitlock went on his show, and yeah, Todd, he lying, he black. It sounds like a lot of black people know when somebody lying. We know, especially when it comes to sports and us, when we telling a sports story, you know how we like to add a little fiction to it at the end, man.
Yeah, a little something to it.
Yeah, but that's why Stephen A. mad, because Whitlock basically told him he's lying in his book. It's also gets deeper. Whitlock has come out and said Stephen A. didn't even write his own autobiography. From the sound of that story, it didn't sound like it. It sounded like it was wrote by Disney or something. And then but yeah. So I believe Jason Whitlock. Okay. I had the same reaction to that story when I heard it. I'm like, come on, Stephen A. When Stephen A. had a show where he was explaining the story himself, he said it was 17 straight threes. Not just 17 shots, 17 straight threes. Mind you, Jason Whitlock said he's 6'1", 150 pounds. I mean, I'm 20 pounds heavier than that right now. And like they said, he stopped practice, checked him in the scrimmage in the middle of practice, even though he was late. And Stephen A. says he got in the game, he was nervous, so he was trying to be a team player, passing the ball around and stuff. And he said the coach called him over during the timeout and said, "Ain't you supposed to be a shooter?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, shoot the ball." And that's when Stephen A. got back in the game and made 17 straight threes. He turned into Air Bud all of a sudden, man. He turned into Michael Jordan. I don't know. He turned to Steph Curry. He kind of like Bright too. He got it in him. And his last name Smith, we be balling, bro. Yeah,
because it just doesn't make sense, man. I wouldn't say I'm oblivious to this story, because I'm a fan of Jason, man. Shout out to Jason if you watching. I'm a fan of you, man. I honestly, I agree with about at least 99.9% of everything you say. He talks about a lot of stuff. This is not this type of segment. He talks about sports, but he does talk about a lot of political stuff that I agree with. And I like how when I watch his shows, shout out to you, that one of his main sponsors is people that want to see babies live and not seeing them get killed. That's one of his primary sponsors. About I think he is a company where they let to see women before they kill their babies actually see the ultrasound so they can be aware of what they're killing. And it's one of his big sponsors of his show. So I say shout out to Jason. You're a good guy in my book. You're a good guy. But besides that, I listened to the story of this Stephen A. Smith, his book. I mean, some of his stuff in there is like, it's weird. It's crazy. It's like he up there, he ain't got no car, so he's running from in New York 10 blocks to go to practice, and then he got a job right after practice, and then he working in the morning, then he got to save his grandma in the evening. And it's like it's so outlandish, and it's a crazy biography about himself. And it's like, I understand why Jason went so hard, because he's understanding that he's watching the realm, because everybody's going to content creators. We talked about that, right, Keith? So it's like everybody's popping out of the woodwork, and everybody wants to be this great person, where he's like, you're not really that person. Y'all are being whack. Him, and he says a lot about we even have it on here. He said a lot about Shay Shay. He said a lot about Shay Shay.
Shay Shay.
Yeah, Shay, the Shay Shay, with the man person. So he says a lot about him, and he's saying that, like, he's not liking what this space is going to. It's a lot of liars, a lot of people that are not being truthful, and they're just not real people. And I like him for that.
Hey, shout out to Taj in the comments, man. She asked, was the 3-point shot popular back then? I think when Stephen A. was in high school, the 3-point shot was probably was still fairly new to the game, so people weren't practicing 3-point shots like that. Even when Michael Jordan was playing, the 3-point shot wasn't popular. It was available there, but it wasn't popular like it is today. And then she said he made that story up to appeal to a younger audience that he thought wouldn't look up his stats. That's true, Taj. That's true, Taj. Shout out to Taj, man. Shout out to Taj. She know her shit.
Shout out, man. Shout out, man.
Hey. Hey, woman knows sports too, man. Woman knows sports too.
Yeah.
It's Jason Whitlock actually called it out and said Stephen A. averaged 1.5 points per game when he was at Winston-Salem.
1.5.
1.5.
That means that's a free throw and a half.
Yeah, a free throw and a half.
That's crazy.
So he scored 2 points some games. He scored 1 point some games.
That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I'm not saying I'm the best basketball player ever. I did play a little bit in high school, but I wasn't. But 1.5? Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
I ain't saying I'm an
NBA
player, but I'm saying.
You in this one scrimmage that got you a scholarship to play basketball, this one practice where you hit 17 straight threes, but you average 1.5 points during the season. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. Something not. Come on, Stephen A. Something not adding up, man. You gotta calm down your beige rage. Calm down your beige rage. Why are you mad at that, man? Stephen A. came out and he was more so mad. He said, this was a book where I talk about my mother and my sisters and whatnot. He's trying to call me a liar. He didn't say your book was a lie. He didn't say everything in the book was a lie. He was speaking to this particular point.
Yeah.
This particular point of the book, which I think anybody listening to this would think that's a lie. Like, that's like me saying, man, I dunked on Shaq one time. Or me coming to the FML podcast like, yo, I just finished hooping y'all. Yo, I just got off on them niggas, man. I just scored 30 buckets. I scored all our points in the game. Nobody else even scored a point. It was just me. And I had like 3 steals, and I dunked on the tallest dude in the gym. Like, come on.
I'd have been like, come on, bro.
Yeah, with my torn ass Achilles and shit. Like, hey, that horn for Stephen A, man. Like, and I can't side with the man on an argument when, Whitlock was just speaking on facts, but Stephen A, you just went to insults, and that's what people that can't control their emotions do, that don't have a legit argument.
That's facts.
That's
facts.
You just attacked them with your emotions, man. You got exposed a little bit. Come on, Stephen A. Like, you the man on ESPN. Shout out to you. You signed that contract making $10 million a year on ESPN. I applaud that. You worked your way up. I remember watching you during Allen Iverson games in Philly, working the sideline, and you worked your way up in the industry. And now you're like the face of ESPN. You're on basketball. You're on basketball right now. I mean, he on break or whatever, but you're on the show I'm watching right now. You're doing halftime during the NBA games. Like applauds to you, but come on now, like if you're in the spotlight, like all these celebrities, I don't know why they think because they're in the spotlight they shouldn't be subject to ridicule and what's the word I'm talking about? Judgment.
Yeah.
Like that's the space you put yourself in. You carry yourself on that show like you the man, like you know what you talking about. You know about sports because you've been around the game so long. People go have opposing opinions of what you have to say, bro. And when you act like that, people are gonna talk about you, and it's not always gonna be positive. Like nobody's the world is not built to kiss your ass all the time, Stephen A.
At all, especially when you want to jump into this social media game. It's vicious out here.
It's vicious out here. It's vicious out here. Like nobody cares. Nobody cares, Stephen A. Like you trying to. I mean, not to say Jason Whitlock is a saint. I mean, I guess there are reasons why we don't know yet that people didn't want to work with him. But he just took his L and went on and did his own thing. You know, you still have ESPN. Jason Whitlock isn't on the major networks anymore, but he's just doing the same thing you're doing, and you chose to do a podcast now. So how you go get mad at him for just speaking his opinion? If you took an L right here, Stephen A, because if you didn't respond and didn't say anything, it wouldn't have gave more validity to what he said. But now you responded, just make it seem like, he got you. He on your ass, like, you know, and you mad, like he probably right then. Like the person that gets mad and out of character takes the L all the time. I don't care. I don't care if he is fat. I don't care if he is, you know, he might be a bitch. He might have apologized to you in email and whatnot, but we don't know that. We don't have the receipts on that. You just insulting this man. Yep. Like you should have got somebody. You should have got the coach or one of your former teammates to vouch for this. Somebody from that Winston-Salem team who was in that scrimmage allegedly should be alive, unless you burn bridges with all these motherfuckers. You know,
facts. You know what? I'm already blessing one day, man. For you, man, it's already gonna happen, man. You already know. One day, Jason gonna grace the show one day, man. I just see it happening.
Hey, Jason, holla at your boy. At your boy. You know, let us know. We can talk about it, man. Gracing it. Yeah. Oh man, I appreciate that, man. Hey, Jason, you listening, Jason? Come holla at your boy, man.
Hey. Gonna see what we talk about over here, man.
Yeah, we can talk about sports. We can talk about whatever, man.
Exactly. Ain't got no show like this, but you're right. What else I got to say on this? I admire the guy. I already said I ain't gonna, I ain't jumping on his ball sack or nothing. But I rock with him, man.
Yeah, we don't.
Good guy. And I'm glad that he did this, Keith. I'm glad that he pointed out something instead of being quiet and sitting on the sideline. I think we need to have more men. Because some people think, and you said it, I mean, not to shoot you down, but I think that we use that word like loosely when it comes to like talking junk or something like that, and I don't think it's right. I think it was a quote that Cat Williams said. I don't know if you heard him say it during that long Shay interview. He was like, he said winners are not. He said something like winners are. It's okay for winners to point out the liars. Mm-hmm. It's okay for winners to tell the truth. So in the realm where I think when he says that, I think he understands what he's saying on that part. But when I hear that, it's saying that just because somebody points out the truth, don't make them a hater and don't make them talking junk. It's just somebody point out the truth. And I think that real men, they point out the truth. Like you said, you can't come in and say, I hit 30 yesterday, bruh. And I'll be like, man, no, you didn't, bruh. You be like, stop hating, bruh. I was like, nope, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not hating because I'm telling the truth. And I think we use that a little loosely sometimes, man. When people tell the truth, they see it as hating, man. What you think?
Hey, the truth sound like hate to people who hate the truth. Like, I live by that. And I know what you talk about with the Cat Williams. Cat Williams said comedians are supposed to be truth tellers, and they should not just cover up for their peers just because they're in the same industry. You know, they should be honest with each other. And that's what make great people. Because people who just have yes men around them or yes women around them, they become unhinged and they're not great individuals. You know, you you give them this false sense of confidence, and when reality hits, they act like Stephen A. Smith. And I think that's what the case is. Nobody really calls out Stephen A. Smith like that. Even even the players and whatnot that come on the show or anything like that, they all tend to kiss his ass. But the minute somebody challenges him, like JJ Redick or somebody, or Dan Orlovsky challenges him, you can see in the show like Stephen A. legit gets like ticked off, and then he puts on that bravado, like, what are you talking about, and gets all in his feelings and whatnot. Like, I get it's for entertainment sometimes, but I think he really doesn't like when people challenge him on the show, because like I said, he's the head honcho at ESPN. He's like the highest paid and all that. They just fired all these other people to make room to keep him. So I think he needed this reality check, and I can only hope that he'll circle back to this and say like, yo, I was out of character or something like that. But knowing Stephen A. and the doors he's gone through now, probably not too high up there. Gotta keep up the persona.
He's very much a female. How about very female.
Yeah. Taj called him Sassy A. Smith. He did respond. We just played. we actually played the response before we played Jason Whitlock.
Hey, let us know in the chat. Did you see the one that Stephen A. did, Taj Mahal? Let me know if you seen the one. We'll play that one more time before we go to the next subject if Keith wants that to go.
Yeah, let us know, Taj. We'll play it again for you.
But I mean, as far as the realm of these guys, you seen the thumbnail. I said it, weak men. Do you think this move, even they're having this banter in front of all of us, do you think that men should have this banter in front of us, or we just see it as men being men, or we see it as just being entertainment? What do you think on this?
Man, I think that's where the fine line gets blurred, because it is entertainment at the end of the day. So I don't know why anybody would take anything personal. Like, you should be able to, if y'all are colleagues and whatnot, you should be able to joke with each other and whatnot. You don't have to attack. But Jason Whitlock has no allegiance to ESPN anymore. So why does he have to, walk a fine line? And again, I don't think Jason Whitlock did the wrong thing. He's just doing his own thing, and Stephen A. is responding to him because he feels some type of way. Like, Stephen A. took a L the minute he did that response. He had been letting shit go and being mature the whole time, because everybody knew he had problems with Jason Whitlock, but he was like, I'm not gonna address that. And now when he comes out and says something about his autobiography, the beige rage comes out, and Stephen A. lost his emotional control. And I think
you said what?
Beige rage, man. You know how we. Everybody think we soft, so sometimes we got to turn up on them, man. Everybody think us like soft.
The lines on here is going crazy.
I got beige rage from Breakfast Club when DJ MVB trying to boss up on people. That's what Charlamagne said about Envy. He called him beige rage.
That's crazy. Oh, she said she ain't see it. Let me go.
Yeah, we gonna play it again for you, Taj. But yeah, I like somebody like Shannon Sharp. Like, clearly, like he's been embarrassed on the show when he was on Fox with Skip Bayless, and they had their spats on display. But Shannon Sharp never came out and badmouth Skip Bayless like after he left. And even on ESPN, he just moved on and he did go to the Ops, which is kind of like, I don't know, like he went to the Ops on ESPN and joined them.
Listen. Let him do what he want to do. It's cool.
Yeah. But I'm saying we can learn from Shannon. Like, he kept it on the show, and he didn't really bring it out in front of the public. Like, and now you see he's like, all right, this how you feel about me? I'm gonna go do my own thing, and he's prospering from it, man. I'm happy for Shay Shay. I'm happy for Shay Shay. We gotta call him Shay Shay.
Shay Shay.
Hollywood Shay Shay. He in Cali now. He's Shay Shay.
Yeah, man, ain't crazy.
Right. Here you go, Todd.
Did you tell him that? Did you tell them how you stood outside of First Take begging me to talk to you? Did you tell them that once this same article in Deadspin came out?
Why I keep doing that? Why I keep playing like
later,
a little bit?
Wrote a lengthy
we go get it together. It's coming.
In an email begging me to forgive you, pointing out how
Yeah,
you
like
were
free.
betrayed
No, it was only that video.
by this
Let's see.
particular writer, so you know how I must feel that you betrayed me.
Let's do this.
Did you tell the folks that, you bitch? Did you tell them? You fat piece of shit. Did you tell them that?
You
Did
fat
you tell them
piece
that?
of shit.
Did you tell them how you stood outside of First Take begging me to talk to you? Did you tell them that once this same article in Deadspin came out, weeks later you wrote a lengthy apology to me in an email, begging me to forgive you, pointing out how you were betrayed by this particular writer, so you know how I must feel that you betrayed me? Did you tell the folks that, you bitch? Did you tell them? You fat piece of shit. Did you tell them that? Got the names. Did you
Yeah,
tell them that?
Todd. It was nasty work.
Did you
know.
tell them how you stood outside?
It was a
outside
lot.
the First Take
Talking about it
begging
was a
me to
lot.
talk to you?
See,
a
I
lot.
ain't here till
Did you tell them that
he
once this
showed me,
same
because
article
maybe
in Deadspin came out,
I'm biased because
weeks
I
later
watch
you
Jason.
wrote a
I watch
lengthy
Jason
apology
faithfully.
to
I
me
like
in an
I like what he got to say
email,
because I like how
begging
he
me to
does
forgive you,
political and he does
pointing out
sports. I
how
like the
you were
mixture of it because that's the
betrayed
type of guy I am.
by this
I like that. And
particular
he brings
writer,
in
so
God.
you know
He
how
brings in
I
God,
must feel
politics, and
that
sports.
you
That's my
betrayed
lane.
me.
But I never really
Did you tell
watched
the
Stephen A.
folks
because I
you
personally,
bitch?
go.
Did you tell them?
Yeah, we
You
will get
fat
we will
piece
get
of
canceled
shit.
because of Stephen A.
Did you tell them
Yeah,
that?
let me go ahead. I'm a
Got the
silence a
names.
man. I'm glad shit. But since always the beginning, I've always thought that personally, I thought Stephen A. was just a little female-ish to me.
Yeah.
Since I've always known, because he's always yelling. Because I just tell you this: the first time I saw him ever was I was in a barber shop. It was a while ago, and the first time I saw him was on First Take, and he was yelling and whining against the white guy.
Skip
And the
Bayless.
first time I remember seeing him, it wasn't that he was yelling at a white guy. I ain't saying that. I ain't like that. But it was just he was just yelling at, just whining at another man about his voice, his octave in his voice was a little just whining to me. I don't know why. It was just that I was like, why is this dude still whining? Just you like the team, Just stop acting like a female. Why are you arguing like a girl? That's my first impression of him. So since then, I never really paid attention to him. So that was my bias because I thought he was a little feminine. So I listened to Jason. So I didn't see this clip. I ain't never seen that he said all this. I'm like, it made me even like concur what I said last time, a little female-ish. Because you pointed it out, Keith. He just called him names. He never said that he was wrong.
Nope.
I mean, from that clip, I ain't hear like Jason was like, I mean, Jason, you was wrong on this fact. You was wrong on this one. I did do this. I ain't hear that. All I hear was just fat this and fat and you ugly and all this. I don't understand. I know we on this topic for a long time, but I'm not understanding why he ain't say nothing or do nothing.
You go, bro. It's the same thing with Cat, bro. Nobody came out and said he was wrong. They just calling him a hater, a druggie, and stuff like that. And he told him like, yeah, I do drugs, man. I ain't lying about this. Like, you can't. Yeah. If all you have to do is throw rocks, 9 times out of 10, the other person is telling the truth.
Yeah.
Like, if it gets at you like that, like, take your L and move on. Like, you didn't have to respond to this. You didn't have to, because you still are the man at ESPN. It's not changing your career path. It's not affecting your bread. Like, what used to, he didn't come after your family or anything. What use do you have of coming at this man personally like that? He might be a fat piece of shit to some people, but you didn't have to display that. You just sound hurt. You sound bitter, and sound like the truth hurt. You sound like the truth hurts you, and you probably hate the truth, Stephen A. Smith. You hate the truth. The truth sounds like hurt. The truth sounds like hate.
That line right there.
The truth sounds like hate to people who hate the truth, and that's a fucking fact. That's a straight fact. Straight fact.
I'm feeling that, man. Anything you got to say us about, our boys here, man?
Man, it's just sad, man. He, like, I always looked at Stephen A. kind of like family, because he got my last name and whatnot. So any black man with last name Smith, Emmett Smith, Will Smith, I kind of empathize with them a little bit, because you one of me, man. But and like I said, I came up watching Stephen A. Smith because he used to be like the protagonist when Skip Bayless was on the show, so we loved him because he would check Skip Bayless because Skip Bayless takes our outrageous. He was deemed a hater, and Stephen A would check him. But now that Skip Bayless is gone, Stephen A is just the unchecked antagonist now. So I hope you get it together, Stephen A. You should come out, clean this up. I'm not saying you should apologize to Jason Whitlock, but apologize for how you acted on the show because you're a disgrace to men. Disgrace to men.
Go. I ain't got nothing else to say. He said what I had to say, but he said it with more authority.
Like to some kids are looking up to you as in your profession, and they were saying, "Oh, I want to get to that point," and they're gonna act like that when you get to that point. Act like a complete emotionally imbalanced jackass, and and we gonna be sitting up here talking about them just like you. It's not a great example for black men to show like this is how you handle your emotions and your feelings. Exactly. And that's all I gotta say. This is not the way. This is not the way. This is not the way, y'all. I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Y'all in the building, hit that like, man. Hit that like, man.
Hit that like, man. Hit that like, man. We being consistent for y'all.
This piece, man. Yeah. I like he's stupid, man. I like him, man.
Hey, man. Appreciate you, G. This couldn't have been made possible without you, man. I appreciate all the hard work you do. Third weekend we ain't got canceled yet, but we might after this next topic, man. This might be the one. We might have. If we don't see y'all again, it's been a good ride for the last 3 weeks.
It's been a good ride, but I'm letting y'all know in the future already. We already on Rumble. I've already enabled. I already figured out how we're gonna be able to go on Twitter because you get paid on Twitter. But we're gonna be on Kick too. Kick, we see you get money as soon as you get on Kick too. So if you go and cancel us, we got other places to go. We're gonna keep on getting this bread. We're gonna keep on, providing all this value for all these weak men out here. Y'all ain't seen no channel like this. Y'all ain't seen men like this. Y'all seen, the weak boys out there, man. We doing our thing.
If y'all ain't been in no barbershop in the hood, y'all not gonna understand our lingo.
Exactly.
Y'all not gonna understand our temperature.
Yeah. We should have it by next week, man. We'll be on next week. We'll be on probably Twitter, and we'll be on Kick next week, man. So we're gonna start getting our audience up on there too. It might be on Twitch too. You playing? Y'all
Twitch?
Playing around? We're gonna get everywhere.
I like that idea.
Exactly. It's all good. We ain't worried about being canceled, man. We ain't worried about that, man. We ain't worried about that.
Can't cancel me till I'm in my coffin, man.
Exactly. All right. So
speaking of weak men.
Oh gosh.
We are currently in the beginning stages of a perpetual pandemic, if you will, in the social sports scene. We have men who aren't that good amongst other men in their respective sport. So what they're now doing is identifying as women, pumping themselves full of a little bit of estrogen and going to compete in women's sports. Now, mind you, I don't have anything against the community that supports these people, but I do have a problem with the competitive advantage of men versus women. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna dial up this clip for y'all, and we're gonna react to it. This is a reporter. I don't know his name or anything. I didn't do the research like that, but he's in a high school or college volleyball game, and he's trying to get to the bottom of why people are allowing these huge beings, if you will, to play in this sport, and they're just y'all see, man. Y'all see. Gee, let's roll, man. Hopefully it lets us play the whole thing. But
hey, listen, man, listen. It's about to get real. So, and hey, what's it called? Fair use.
Yeah, we add our own additional content to any video we play on here. We're not just doing it because they did it. We add stuff to it, and y'all might see a special guest appearance from Brother G on here. So
exactly, hey, especially with this one.
Hey,
all right, let's see what they got to say, man. It's about to get
shut up!
What? Oh, wow.
Answer my question.
Did we trigger you? Sir, why are you playing with the woman? Why are you taking away a real woman's spot? I'm just asking questions.
Over here.
Who are you, man?
Is it echoing?
You're not allowed over
Why?
No, it's just lagging a little
Don't
bit.
touch me. Why are you allowing men to play with biological females? Sir, why are you taking away a spot from a real woman?
It's
Hey,
a
excuse
long-ass
me.
video.
Don't touch me, sir. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
What's wrong with you?
Why are men playing with women? We saw it with their own eyes, and now they're changing this. Hey, coach, why are you playing male players? Why are you playing male players?
I'm not.
Biological males. Why are you doing that? What happened to chivalry?
It's not that, man.
Well,
Why?
Mike, why? Am I being transphobic? Why?
Shut up!
What? Oh, wow.
Answer my question.
Did we trigger you?
I hope you can go rot in hell, you f***ing wife. You wanna go fight?
Oh, did we trigger you?
Because you have a pussy, so you're a woman. That's...
Sir, are you suffering from mental illness? I'm sorry.
You have
He
a
on their
vagina.
ass.
I don't give a f*** if you have a vagina.
David Menzies for Rebel News here at Centennial College in Toronto. And we have the latest example of transanity to the power of 5, quite literally. We were tipped off that this female volleyball game that we witnessed earlier
That was towards the
featured
end right
not
there.
one,
Oh, here we
not
go.
2, not 3, not
Never mind.
4,
Hold
but 5 men pretending to be females. 3 were on Seneca, 2 were on Centennial. Gee, can you imagine which side won? Not only that, the male players were always on the court. So you had biological
Pause it,
female
pause it,
substitutes
pause it.
just
Pause
sitting
it, bro.
on the bench for the entire game.
Here's another egregious thing about allowing biological men
Yeah.
to compete on the
Can you hear me? Can you hear me while the video playing?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just
A little delayed.
interesting.
A little
No,
delayed.
on my end, if y'all realize on my end, I hear double on my end because it's twice, but it's all good. I was making sure so it's not double on the other end. We good money. The audience.
I
here
give you a hand. I give you a hand signal. I'll go like this for
Bet,
go with the
bet.
peace sign
So-
and pause. But did
so-
you see
so
how
far,
big?
Yeah.
Did you see that big that dude was? He looked like the Rock Daddy or something like that. You saw it, like strong face, ponytail weak as a bitch.
That's crazy.
And was just standing there looking like Greg Ostertag or something playing center for the Utah Jazz. like that was a huge bitch. Like
Man,
if we calling them women, that was a huge bitch. Like Deuce Big.
no, it is pretty much. It's crazy you sent me this, man, because I know you sent me like a review from somewhere else, but I figured, man, you know what, I'm gonna scour the YouTube wave links and try to go through their archives and try to find the original video, and I found it. Yes, I did. Y'all trying to hide it. Awesome channel. It's called Rebel News. Shout out to them. Fair use.
Shout out
fair
to
use,
Rebel
News. I like
Appreciate
them. Their name is what they do. They're rebels, man. They have a lot of stuff on their channel, and they push the limits. They got almost over 1 million views. So why would it matter if you mess with us? It's all good. So fair use. But
Fair
this is interesting. This is one of many of videos that they really speak out on the truth. So I ain't get to watch the whole video. I'm watching it with you, but it's wild. It's really wild that you found this, man. It's wild. This is wild.
Got you. Let's continue.
to compete on the female varsity team. Some of these women are getting scholarships in which to play volleyball, i.e., they are using this sport to pay for their tuition. When a guy gets on the team in place of a female, that benefit is negated. Also, folks, we couldn't help but notice the perverse irony when we read the mission statement of Centennial. For example, in part, it reads values: integrity, passion, growth, family, equity,
Tyler said we got an echo.
diversity. I'm
I
sorry,
don't
but
hear
if
echo.
you think that allowing men to get a spot on the female team is an example of integrity, equity, and diversity, you're dead wrong. All it really is garden variety misogyny. Folks, let me tell you, we only found out about this perversity on the volleyball court thanks to our tips line. Somebody reached out to us, just as someone reached out to us about Nicholas Sapita, the 50-year-old man who identifies as a girl, so, he can swim as well as change and shower with real 13-year-old girls. It's awful. What I'm trying to tell you is keep those tips coming. Don't be shy. Let us know what's going on out there so we can bring common sense back into a biosphere that has been infected with transanity.
Please go to transmadness.com. That's transmadness.com. Sign the petition, and if you can help us do this independent journalism, because you'll never see the mainstream media here covering something like this, kindly make a donation. In terms of my camerawoman Avery and I recording, we were just sitting down, minding our own business, and here, check out these jabronis that formed a human wall to block our recording.
What's up?
Hey, pause it, G.
Yeah, watch out. Don't film my fault. This guy's trying to film. Did you do it on purpose?
So one thing he said in that clip, I forgot the adverb he used, but he said this was misogyny. I agree. Like,
misogyny.
This is men hate women so much they want to go to their sport and just dominate them. You know, they don't have no love for them. They don't have no consideration of the opportunities they're taking away from them. This is misogyny. Like, it's a double standard. I know it's a double standard because society will not see it this way. Society will not see it this way, but this is by definition misogyny to me. I think that was a good point the dude made. Even though he a Detroit Lions fan, we Green Bay over here, but I'm rocking with him. so far.
I mean, what's the problem, man? They can be. What's wrong with it? It seemed like even the discrimination over there in Virginia, man, on your side, man. I mean, they want to beat up on women. Let them beat up on women. If they want to be the ones that wash dishes in the house, if they want to be the one to be house husbands, if they want to do that and cut their penises off, you can't say nothing about it.
You right, G. I forgot we all equal. My bad. I'm sorry. I forgot we all equal and we can do the same thing. I'm sorry. I'm insensitive.
Discrimination. They want to cut off they balls and they penises. They have the right to cut off they balls and penises.
But Brother G, isn't that abomination in the Bible?
Yes, it is, sir. But who am I as a black man in America to tell anybody to cut off their tabernacle, huh? Who am I? What kind of black man would I be if I'm going to stop another Asian, white, or black man if they want to cut off their nutsack? Who am I?
A tally what, bro?
A tabernacle. Who am I to tell people that they want to play? If they want to hit the volleyball and hit a girl in her face with the volleyball, but cut off their balls, who am I to tell them what to do? Who am I? Huh? Who am I? All right? So I think that you need to stop discriminating.
You right, bro. I'm sorry, America. I need sensitivity training. You know, Brother G taking me through some therapy right now. I gotta get right, yo. I gotta get right. I'm sorry,
What's wrong with us?
I'm not sensitive enough. I'm insensitive.
I can't believe us. They want to cut. If they want to do that, man, they want to cut off their shaft. Let them cut off their shaft. You know. Hey, let them do what they want to do. I'll be out there. If I was there, I'm sorry. I'll be mad a little bit, but after a while, I'll be clapping. I'll be like, "This is what y'all wanted. This is what y'all wanted."
Hey, G, crazy thing is, I can see you out there boosting it like, hell yeah. Sorry ass women. Sorry
ass women, y'all suck. Y'all can't even be good at women. They're the better women. Y'all suck at women.
Yeah, we definitely not coming back on YouTube.
At all. I would get kicked out quick. Like, what I do? I'm happy for the new age women. The women 2.0. I was happy for them. Yeah. You know?
Hey, they just was born in the wrong bodies, G. That's all that is.
That's it. They was born in the wrong bodies.
I understand it now.
I better stop discriminating, man. Can't do that.
Hey, no hate in my heart, man. No hate in my heart. Let's continue.
Let's continue this horrible
Let's continue to watching these tallywhacker killers.
Yeah.
Enjoy the match. Nobody's asking you to leave.
Okay.
If anybody asks, let me know.
Thank you.
Nothing's against you guys.
I appreciate that.
It's just about recording. I want you guys to stop recording. Okay? What's the It is completely private property.
Folks, we were tipped off about this by insiders in female volleyball, which think this is absolutely outrageous. So much so that real biological women have needed medical assistance thanks to taking spikes off their head. That's a spike ball, I mean. And sure enough, when we watched the game,
Hey,
there
G,
were
you
4
called
games
it, bro.
played.
What I just say? I told you it was gonna happen. I
called
haven't
it.
seen this video. I haven't even
called
seen
it,
this
bro.
video, but I predicted that. I
called
told
it.
you it was gonna hit him. Yeah,
They giving our women balls to the face, not us.
pretty much, man. It's just a metaphor. It's like they're taking out the anger. I got it. They just taking out the anger, man. They taking out the anger. Basically, the women 2.0, they got so mad at their balls, they made it seem like the volleyball was their ball, so they hit it so hard and they wanted to break it on another woman's face.
Yeah, because when they played with the men, they were the ones taking the balls to the face. So like, you know what? I belong with the women. I'm taking so many balls to the face. I belong with the women because I'm trash
Yeah, there
over
we
here.
go. Why not? Take some balls to. That's what they want to do. They want to take they professional ball takers to the face. That's what they do, man. That's what happens.
We would call them the tallywhacker killers, bro.
Yeah, tallywhacker killers.
TWK.
We just started something new.
TWK.
We're not gonna call them transformers no more. We call them tallyknacker killers. That's crazy. That's a new one. We just started something new.
Word of the day.
Yo, listen, nobody else better not take that. Tallyknacker killers.
Hey, we gotta get the copyright. We gotta get
anybody
copyright.
else say that? They took our line, bro. That's a new line.
Yeah, merch coming soon. Merch coming soon.
Oh, that's hard. That is a hard. Hey, I need that shirt. Medium. I need that. That's gonna be a hard shirt right there. Tallyknacker killers.
TWK.
Tallywhacker. Is it Tallyknacker or
Tallywhacker? Tallywhacker.
Tallywhacker, Nick?
Yeah, you think about because it sounds close to tabernacle. I think you think about tabernacle, but tallywhacker. Tallywhacker.
TWK. There we go. TWK. Every time we see that TWK in the chat, Tallywhacker killers. There we go.
Oh,
there
man.
we go.
Shout out to the comments. Keeping us
Shout out to Taj, man. Listen, we need that shirt pronto, man. It's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard. Hey, that's gonna be the first shirt.
Yeah.
That's hard. We're gonna get canceled everywhere we go.
Hey,
No,
that's
gonna be hard. We're gonna get big enough on this podcast. We're gonna be walking around with that shirt. They be like, oh, that's y'all.
Yeah.
What's up? Hey, what's up, y'all? You know.
Yeah.
Hey, merch.
Yeah.
Shit to say, what's up, man?
It's gonna be a TWK with the volleyball to the face on it.
Hey, this is wild, man. Shout out, hit a like for the album. Y'all better than like, man. Oh, bro, for real.
Like, subscribe, all that, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Let's continue this, bro. I'm about to die from laughter, bro.
Tallywhacker killers. I like that. Let's go ahead and finish the show to see what else these tallywhacker killers what else they doing to these women. They knock them in the face with balls. Go, man. Let's go ahead and finish this up.
3 games to 1 out of 5. And clearly the males were the dominant players when it came to serving and...
First off, he said clearly. Clearly.
He said they won 3 games to 1.
Yeah, exactly. Clearly.
I think...
And by the way, while we were watching and we weren't doing anything, a security guard came to us, wanted us to leave, said we were causing a disturbance, and a fan in the crowd went to bat for us. Here, check it out.
Well, we're not causing any problems.
I understand you're not, but we have a policy in terms of coming to games and watching. If there's any media coverage or there's any stories or anything along those lines, we ask people to send us an email.
Publicly funded.
I understand, but we're allowed to choose who comes in.
Yeah. We've been disruptive. You've called the police. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And, well, we tried to scrum them, and you know what? I was having deja vu. It was kind of like when Efren and I went out to Fergus back in July. We had all this interference, much of it from women. Biological women who are aiding and abetting men invading female sports.
How many times have I said it on FMF network?
You
man,
have. You
FMF
just said it.
podcast, that women are evil, most women are evil, man.
You just said it a couple minutes ago. You said they're the problem, man.
Evil.
They're aiding and abetting. Aiding and abetting.
It's in their innate. It's in their DNA since the fallen. Since Eve did it back in. You know, hey, brother G here. Listen, it said it in the good book. Y'all know what book I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about the Quran. It said that when it was fallen, we were fallen with Adam and Eve. When Eve, the first thing that Eve even did, what did she do? What did she do, Keith? You probably not a Bible thumper, but what did she do that everybody know what Eve did?
She bit the apple?
She bit that apple.
Okay.
Just already being defiant. And it says, so since she did that, there was a problem. That means that God did one thing. I'm going to tell you just one thing that God said there was going to be a problem. God said how about that? It ain't going to happen. I don't care what you call me. I said it. It ain't going to happen. And she know it ain't going to happen. She know me.
Hey, I ain't saying nothing, bro.
I ain't washing all my drawers either. Hey.
Oh, man.
Hey, man.
You got to keep it, man. You got to keep it.
Hey, man, listen. Exactly. But I know that grass going to be cut. I'm going to be doing that. The car going to be straight. The car going to be straight.
Mm-hmm.
Any rats in the house, anything that come in the house, I'm going to kill it.
Yep,
I'm there.
roaches, spiders.
Bro, I got you. Bam. I'm that guy.
We born exterminators.
Exactly. You need to hang some pictures up. I got you with the pictures. Hang the TV up. I got it. Don't touch that hammer.
Yeah.
You need to put together your new makeup kit or whatever. You need to put together something. Oh, I got you. I'll put it together. Bam. Your G it away.
Yeah. If you don't put down the electric drill for you,
I got you. You know. Yeah, I'll put the new I'll put the new lights up. You want to put new lights up in the kitchen? I got you. I'll put all the new lights up. What you need me to do? Bam.
Yep.
G got you.
Yep.
You know, man. So it's all good. Yeah, man. Let's go play this jump, man. We've been on here for a while. Let's go and listen to a little bit more of this.
Excuse me, sir, why are you playing with the woman? Why are you taking away a real woman's spot? Are you a misogynist? Huh? Who are you? I'm just asking questions.
Over here.
Who are you, ma'am?
You're not allowed over here.
Why? Hey, don't touch me.
You touched me. Ran into me.
You ran into me. We got it on camera, ma'am.
Pause.
Security. Okay.
Pause. I hate this scenario, G, when the people that are offended by whatever you're doing, they come into your personal space, take away your 3 feet, and then want to pull the you're touching me, like try to play the victim real quick. Like for those of y'all who don't know, generic rule, if you walking up on somebody you don't know or don't have any affiliation with, just general rule of thumb, it's unwritten, but give them 3 feet of space, an arm's length of space to where you can't touch them if you reach your arm out like this, because you don't know them people. Don't walk up on nobody like that. If he would have rocked her in the face for how close she got to him and tried to block his camera, I don't think I could be mad, because he didn't know if she was about to strike him or whatnot. I couldn't be mad. Knock the glasses off her face, you tallywhacker killer supporter.
Yeah, man. I told you, listen, sometimes I'm kind of like Kevin Gates. Remember when he said that? Kevin Gates, somebody asked Kevin Gates, hey, you got to sign some papers. What are you doing? Yeah. Hey, what do you need all this for? Hold on.
Yeah. So don't you know Young Thug got Rico?
Yeah, hold on. You good? You about to start a war? It's different. So different levels, they'll be like, all right, yeah. All right, let's see. Let's finish this up and see where we're going at.
You ran into me. We got it on camera, ma'am. Call security. Okay. Why are you allowing men to play with biological females? Sir, why are you taking away a spot from a real woman? Look at this, folks. Look. What? Hey, excuse me. Don't touch me, sir. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
What's wrong with you?
Why are men playing with... Don't touch me. Huh? Why are men playing with women? Are you a misogynist?
Can you please leave?
Why are you aiding and abetting the attack on women's sports? Do you think it's right that a biological man should play against women? So, folks, look at this. Just like in Fergus, there are people aiding and abetting these gender-bending grifters. I mean, and some of them are women, if you can imagine this. And again, they bump into us and say that we're assaulting them. And I just find this an absolutely egregious state of affairs. The game was spectacular for all the wrong reasons. Namely, the male players excelled, as you would expect, in serving and spiking. We saw it with our own eyes, and now they're changing this. Hey, coach, Coach, why are you playing male players? Coach, why are you playing male players?
I'm not.
They are. They're male. They're biological males. Why are you doing that? What happened to chivalry?
It's not that in my world.
Huh? Well, that was the coach, and he's got no problem with this.
Pause
and
it.
I kind of understand it.
Andrew Mallory, you're a sorry excuse of a man.
Yes.
Like you couldn't even answer the man question. You said not in my world. Like, did you kill your tallywhacker too?
Yeah.
Like it was funny to see that like him with the camera phone in his face while he was asking the question, but he just had nothing to say. Like you could at least defend your position, like explain yourself. Mm-hmm. Like he just walked away because he couldn't take the smoke. Anyway,
it's not even that. I think he's just scared of women. I think men. It's really get to a point where men are scared of women. That's a topic that we talk about here. I think we should talk on there. That's my theory too. Men are scared of women.
Yeah,
they're literally scared of them. Like if you really think about it, this might be again. What's that misogyny word? If y'all want to say that, listen. My way of thinking is, what is she gonna do if you say no? That's my mind frame of like a lot of stuff, almost everything. What are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do to me. What are you gonna do? Fight me? You're not gonna do that. You're gonna yell at me? Okay.
Yeah.
There's like nothing you can do. So what are you really scared of? That's my way of thinking. Maybe if I'm wrong, let me know. But if I just be like, if I was in there and I'd be like, no, she's not gonna play. Well, I want her to play. I said no. Well, I want to play. I said no. What you gonna do next?
I don't have to coach at this school.
Do?
I can find another school to coach at. Like,
yeah, I'll just go to another. I mean, there's nothing you can. So there's like nothing you can do. That's my mind frame. Like that's what men, women, anybody, period. But especially women. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You can't do nothing to me. So what is he so scared of? Why are men so weak? You think that to let this go on? Why do you think?
He don't. I think we as men we're scared of, the hell a woman can bring on our life. We avoid confrontation because we just don't want the problems that come with dealing with, irritable women. Like.
Why don't you just tell him to shut up?
I don't know, bro. I can't answer that question. I can't answer that question in full. Like
that's what I'm understanding. Were you around your grandparents?
Yeah, I was around my grandparents. Both sets of my grandparents.
Have you ever witnessed your grandpa getting a strong voice, and then all of a sudden your grandma just being quiet?
Yeah, like my grandmother knew. Like I've seen it. My grandmother knew she was right sometimes, and she would pick and choose when to say a little bit, but she would keep her tone at a certain level. But I'm watching my grandpa be a jackass, and she just quiet watching the dishes while he's watching the game.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one that realized that. My grandpa be all types of, hey, go grab me a beer. Hey, woman, you made me something. It was just wild stuff, and she just be just.
Yeah.
Her face is like, that's my man, but that's how he be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say nothing. I ain't got time to be going. I mean, it was just that's how it was. When did that change? I mean, I'm not understanding. I mean. Women won't like that. I'm not understanding. Just men just started just being so scared of what? That line that always gets me. He said, because you didn't listen to your husband. So what that means is he told you not to do it, but you didn't listen. Yeah. So he did try. So I don't know if he was the problem or she didn't listen. We'll never know. But if somebody my proves if he told you, then it's your fault then.
Yeah.
But hey, who am I? Am I the woman basher now? So hey,
it's like when you tell a kid the stove hot, don't touch it, and they do it anyway.
So is it the parent fault or the kid fault?
No. I mean, keep your little kid out the kitchen if you think they're capable of that, But you can only do but so much. You can't be behind someone 24/7. You can't watch their every move and sure, because then you're not living. You just,
Funny, my camera woman Avery and I came to a female volleyball game. Guess what? It turned into a version of Sausage Fest. 5 male players were on the volleyball court. Can you imagine? Taking away space.
Hey, I paused at the perfect time. It became a sausage fest.
From what I remember, he said 5 male players, 5 born male players were in this game. 3 on one team and 2 on the other. The team with 3 males won the game.
Of course, who would have thought?
Yeah. Who would have thought? You know,
Who would have thought that happened?
beats me.
Dang, but that's not bad, man.
He said sausage fest. It can't be a sausage fest. They tallywhacker killers, man. They ain't got this sausage list. They going vegan. They went vegan.
He ain't trying to take our line, man. That's the line. That's the line of the month, forever on this channel, man. Every time we go to some kind of subject like this, we gonna talk about that. That's a hard line right there, man.
Hey, merch coming soon, man. Y'all don't steal that idea.
Soon.
Don't steal our idea. Patent pending.
But that ain't a bad show tonight, man. Anything you got else to say? That's a good show tonight.
I ain't laughed so hard like that in a long time, bro. When you start talking about tallywhackers. Oh man, this has been a fun episode, man. You got anything else for the people, G?
No, I don't, man. So it's always an honor for you to let me bless your show, man, and come in and talk about some good sports, some good laughter, man. That's what I need, man. At the end of the week, so I can go start off this week right, man. That's what I need, man. That's what I need. I appreciate you, man.
Most definitely, and I appreciate you. You know, and bringing your hard work, helping me with my show, and we got way more for y'all. We just getting started. That was episode 3, so who knows what we gonna do next week? Coming y'all show most shit. Yeah.
When we what's coming up next? We going live next week. On FMF podcast, we going live again Sunday morning.
Yeah, get the Sunday service.
Eastern, and
10 a.m. Eastern.
10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central.
Mm-hmm.
And then we coming back again, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna get the times right.
Yeah,
hey,
you got it.
I'm still
I know you're a C student, man, so get it. I know you're getting together. C student getting together, man.
Exactly. We gonna make sure y'all check in. Hit a like for the algorithm as y'all going. If y'all on a replay, we appreciate y'all, man. Real dude.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Shout out to the comments. Shout out to Taj. I learned so much from both of y'all today.
Yep.
Until next week, people. Y'all be good.
Yes, sir.